Hello traders, and welcome to the weekly outlook for the week of September 2nd. This is our first week into the fall and Labor Day being open. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend off, but now we're going back to business. Taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average here, which has topped right about here and gave us a new high at 117,153. Remember, I am projecting that it could most likely follow this back up here, but maybe we're having a slight pause right there, in which case I'd be looking at this line right there at around the 16,970 80 area, and that is where it should bounce from. It already did a couple of days of that, and I've covered that before, that this will be a support line right there. And if this turns out right here to be a bull flag, basically coming down and then breaking out, then that's what I'm talking about, the 17.2, 17.3 area. If, however, it does reverse, it could test even lower to the 16.899, and below that, possibly, if it's going to dip below that, possibly down to in this region right here, that it would be the probably a tempting area for it to hit. Okay, always remembering that these long candles right here like to be tested as well, and somewhere in the middle, and that would be down to the 16,726. Now, am I being too dramatic? Probably not, because if we look at looking at the longer scheme of things, that is almost really nothing much, and certainly could even test down to the 16.8 and not give us a nice reverse head and shoulders. So keep that in mind, okay? Remember that we're always looking for possibilities, because from that is where you can trade the probability and make it real for yourself. Okay, then taking looking at the SPX next. SPX did break out higher, so this is right now, it doesn't look like it will be in play in quite the same way. So this being the support line now right there, approximately a little bit above, it's playing. It's not that strong in my opinion, and these supports tend to kind of give in a little bit more. But of course, if there is some enthusiasm on these markets to take this and break it out higher, then we are looking at this trajectory, maybe not quite to this level, but certainly a possibility of going higher from breaking out from here. If I draw a secondary line right there, you can see where the breakout would be, and then we'd be looking, then that's when we'd be looking at that next level. Okay, on the reverse, wait for the supports. I mean, see if it can bounce off that supports if it does come back down, and that being the first one, basically the 1990. Certainly the 1986 area would have to hold, in my opinion. That is the one that would be the most crucial in this, in just these few days of levels. And then of course it could come down all the way to the 1970 area as well, and we'll see what happens after that. This is a holiday week still, and maybe not everybody's ready to jump back into the markets anyway, so we'll see what happens. Now, NDX is the one that is the one that has already broken above this trend line right here, and it is very cautious. And it's been cautious actually ever since it hit here, kind of working sideways. Now it's even more cautious perhaps right here. I'm going to leave this line here because that's going to be possibly the one to watch, to break down, back down, and then test perhaps this 3999. That is not, of course, not in one day unless there's some great happening out there in the world, but that would be the first line of defense. There are some others in between, but I'm talking about a major line of defense. Immediately I'd be looking at right here at the 4051 for a support, and then below that to the 4021, 4022 area, 4023, and then of course if it breaks it down, that's when this 4000 becomes crucial. Okay, that's basically it then. For the week, it's a short, as I said, it's a short week, and we always want to trade it well and carefully. As in the markets, don't be too greedy and take some profits when you see them. This is Ani Day Trades on StockTwits and Twitter, and you can find my blog at daytradingwithani.com, where I hope you'll visit, and I have some subscription offers for you to partake in. Take care and good luck.